This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, beginning at verse 27. Also, on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai your power. Shalom, shalom, Akim. Before I begin, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and all glory unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai by Hashem Rachak Warash. The honor to the elders and apostles of the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, I'm the brother Gabari Allah, and this lesson is going to be inspired by the upcoming Day of Atonement that we are celebrating from the 30th of September, sunset, to 1st of October, sunset. Okay, now this is a very important and special day, very high holy day for us as a nation of Israel. Okay, because this day allows us to atone for our sins, all right, to atone for all the bad shit we done did, all the wickedness we done did, and it shows us that we are rehearsing the righteous act. Salakia. But it shows us that we are rehearsing the righteous acts of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, and that is very important to show the Lord that you are making an effort, and that's what the Lord is seeking for. The Lord is seeking for maximum effort. Okay, so I'm gonna read the book of Leviticus chapter 23, which is the whole book of Leviticus is a good read, but the 23rd chapter goes into the laws, the high holy days. The laws go into Leviticus chapter 11, but the high holy days are Leviticus 23. But, it goes into the blowing of the trumpets and all that. But for now, we are going to stick with the Day of Atonement. Okay, it says Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 27. And also on the 10th day of this 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. Okay, now when you go into that word atonement, all right, in the Blue Letter Bible, we're gonna get it. All right, real quick. Bear with me, Baba Kishah. That word atonement, Salakia. That day, atonement means atonement, sin offering of the atonement. I don't really give anything. Here it is. The root word is it's a Strong's H 3722, kafar. And it means, this is the root word. It means to cover, purge, make an atonement, make reconciliation, cover with the pitch, to coat or cover with pitch, to cover over, pacify, appropriate, to cover over, atone for sin, make atonement for. Okay, so that's exactly what we're trying to do. Okay, we are trying to make amends, so to speak, with Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai in the Day of Atonement. And really every day that you're in this ministry, you try to atone for your sins and you try to, keep them to the best of your ability. All right. But it says also on the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of atonement. It shall be a holy convocation unto you. And ye shall afflict your souls, and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Hashai. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement, to make an atonement for you before the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Hashai. Now, you know, it is to be treated as a Sabbath. You shouldn't be working. It's a very high holy day. If it isn't, laborer's job or whatever, or it's like if it is a laborer's job, you should call off. Okay. You know, but at the end of the day, we understand that, we are rehearsing the righteous acts. You know, some brothers won't be able to call off, and the Lord knows a sincere brother from a wicked two-third. So, as long as you know that you are giving the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai your full, and you are rehearsing the righteous acts of Yahweh Shemel Shai, you ain't gonna have no problem. Okay. It reads, it says, for whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in the same day, he shall be cut off from among the people. Right. Okay. So the Day of Atonement is a very, very, very important day that all brothers should keep. When I first came into the ministry, I I believe I kept the first. No, I kept the second one. Okay, so because I came into the ministry, and like 2 months after that, then that's when the Day of Atonement came, because I came around July-ish, you know, July-ish of 2021, 2022-ish, 2021, 2022-ish, and or late 20 con. Anyways, that's besides the point. You know, this is a very important day, and I the first time I kept it, I went off. I was still drinking water. I knew it was a fast, but I didn't know it was a dry fast. Okay, so that's very important to note that it is a dry fast and you should not be working, and that was on me because I didn't do my research, and through the spirit and power and grace of Yahweh Shemel Hashai, am I still in here today, you know. But yeah, it's a very important day, the Day of Atonement. It says, verse 31, ye shall do no manner of work, it shall be a statute forever through your generations and all your dwellings. Verse 32, it shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even, from even unto even shall ye celebrate your Shabbat. Okay, so like I said, it is to be treated as a Sabbath, and we are ultimately rehearsing the righteous acts of Yahweh Hashem Shai. So in this day, you shouldn't be drinking anything, you shouldn't be eating anything, and do your research, man. Do certain things that um do your own thing, to understand what's good to take before a fast, what to take before a slakia, before a dry fast. Now, there are these little shots you can take, that have a super boost, or superfoods, that you can take. The elder Yara, he recommended me once from Trader Joe's. Um, Lord willing, I could put a link on it or something, when I find them again, or when I get the chance to ask that elder. But I forget exactly what they're called, but they sell them in Trader Joe's, and if I find it, I will definitely put the link in the description. I will definitely because these are things that we should take into consideration before a fast, because it's important to keep your body, keep your mind right before a fast, and, learn how to break a fast properly. You don't break a fast with a fucking fast food burger. You don't break a fast with damn Wingstop. I know. You break a fast with something light, something simple, an apple, banana, which, it's only a day fast. So, that do what you will with that. But, you know, um, do your own research and see what is works best for you, man. Real quick, um, real quick. This is the book of Judges, chapter 5, and verse 11. They that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, even the righteous acts towards the inhabitations of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai go down to the gates. So we are rehearsing the righteous acts of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Okay, all right. So I highly encourage, brothers who, and I'm speaking to the newer Hakim, of course. You have a lot of brothers who are new in this fold, who are new in this faith. I myself am still a babe. I'm not no great man. But when with time, with studying, the Lord suffers you more, and through His Spirit and power, am I able to, teach what I know. And it is something very important, to take into consideration what you put in your body just before a fast. Okay. But it's the book of Romans, chapter 12, and verse 1. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that you present yourselves a bodies, Slakia, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh by Shemel Shai, which is your reasonable service. Okay, so this is a mandatory fast, man. Mandatory dry fast, which really brothers should already be doing fast, because it's just good for your spirit, man. Torture this flesh, make this flesh uh, suffer, because this flesh makes your spirit suffer constantly. So allow your spirit to make this bitch ass flesh suffer. Okay, this bitch ass flesh always want to be doing shit, always want to be sleeping, always want to be eating food, always want to be doing something. This punk ass flesh, man. You know. So these are things that allow you to grow in the spirit, man. And with that, that is the Day of Atonement. Again, just to recap, it is a day of a dry fast. Okay, no food, no water from sunset to sunset. This year, it is 2025. We are celebrating it September 30th, sunset, to August 1st, sunset or sundown. Okay, so Lord willing was edifying. Yet again, Lord willing was uplifting. Oh, Slaki. Something that I would recommend to do is try fasting from uh September 30th. Try it a little earlier. Anything wrong with fasting a little earlier, an hour earlier or something. Fast from, or a little later. In terms of October. October 1st. So what I mean by that is, you start, sunset September 30th. You can end sundown September. It's like October 1st. An extra hour or two. You know, of course it's not mandatory, but it's something that if you want to show the Lord you want to go above and beyond or whatever, that would be beneficial to your flesh, and it's beneficial to your mindset, because now you understand that you don't need that water, you don't need that food, because when you go on a fast, that seems like that's all you care about, you know, because you're depleting your body, you're depriving your body, and you're not giving it what it wants, you know. But anyways, with that, Lord willing was edifying, Lord willing was uplifting. Call Halal Yahweh by Hashem Shai. Double honor yet again to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who run teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations unto the hopeful elect. Shalom.